Legend of Total War here, and today we've got a Saving a Disaster battle playing as the Short AF men, going up against Caravan of Blue Roses, where they have got the first army is nothing special, but the second army has got quite a lot of very dangerous units, and our army is extremely basic. Now, because they are besieging a settlement and because we're playing as dwarves, our auto resolve is fairly strong, but we actually don't have a lot of really good units against this. He's gone way too heavy on the dwarf warriors with great weapons, and they're not really bringing any armor anyway, so it's mostly going to waste. And we've got a very small number of missile units which will actually dish out the serious damage, and it's mentioned that in the email as well. Everything here is on the max battle difficulty. I think it's definitely in our favor here to not control large army, and I'll also read out the email to get some further context. Alright, so he says, "Hi Legend. For as long as I played Total War, I have never been interested in playing the dwarves. Probably because I never saw them as reliable, maybe because I've never been insecure about my height. Okay. In the campaign, I'm at war with Kugath and Helman at the same time. I defeated Kugath, captured his settlements, and stayed in it for replenishment. There was only one vampire army attritioned and not really a threat. After the end turn, Helman himself showed up. My army is an axe, infantry, and quarreler stack. I corner camped and managed to kill most of the monsters and large targets in the vampire army, but there's just too many of them and I run out of ammo. Also, 2 Mortis Engine and black coaches cause leadership issues, and my infantry start fleeing with half health still full. It'd be great if you could save this battle, because I have only one other badly damaged army in that area." Okay. So yeah, we can see here that something is actually sapping away at his leadership other than the difficulty modifier. So they've probably got, I'd say, 2 characters with the trait Dread Incarnate. I mean, 61 leadership is not horrible, but... okay, so that would explain a bit as well. I'm really glad we didn't control large armies, actually, because that would just mean we would get pincered. That would be very bad. Okay, so we need to find a good defensive position. I imagine this is probably where he meant by corner camping. I don't think that one there is particularly good, because this here gives us decent high ground as well. Alright, so we don't want to be too cramped because of all the Terrorgeists, but we do need to reorganize this a fair bit. As for where our garrison reinforcements are coming from, we're not really going to be able to see them. I imagine they're going to be coming from here, and they're not important anyway. Now, if we have a look here, we don't have any Iron Warden tankards, but this guy here does have potion healing, and we've got a fairly low-level runesmith. Doesn't seem like he focused too much on getting a variety of spells, but honestly, these are the 2 best ones anyway. Now, at the beginning of this battle here, we need to make sure that these don't shoot. Really important, because the first army, I reckon we can beat pretty handily with just our melee infantry. So I'm going to try to use the regular dwarf warriors for this, and keep our dwarf warriors with great weapons somewhat in reserve. I'm going to have to use them somewhat, but yeah, keep them in reserve because they're worth more balance of power, so we don't want them taking damage. But they're actually not so good against this enemy, so he's really chosen a lot of units that are just not great. Because with the dwarf warriors with great weapons, you want to be going up against armored opponents if you want to be trading well. Going up against things that don't have armor, I mean, it's still going to do damage to them. It's just that it's just not going to trade as well. It's not an advantage, basically. Okay, so what we're going to do is, yeah, okay, start falling back to here. They probably won't wait for their reinforcements. We're on the latest hotfix patch, which I don't know if that's going to really do anything, but we'll see. Now, when the terror guys start coming in, we need to make sure that these ones here are not clumped up too much, because that's where they'll get us. So I think it's really important to double line and somewhat checkerboard, and create a layered defense. Also, if leadership is going to be a problem, it'd be really good if while they're falling back, they had a bit of distance before the actual exit of the map so they could possibly rally. So we'll create some squared formations with a few gaps within our line. And yeah, really important that we keep our Lord and Hero in this area here, making sure that their leadership aura is keeping our guys in check. Like 75 leadership's pretty good, nothing to worry about there. Alright, let's see if we can make this a bit tidier. Because this way, if multiple Terror guys come over here, they're just going to fly straight over this and land over here. If they do that, everyone that's not in melee should be able to shoot at it. But if you use a lined up formation, you usually have to turn around and it gets a bit screwy. I would like a little bit more space, so I'll just adjust a bit. Because, yeah, the Terror guys are the only ones that have any real chance of getting to us. Alright, so they brought in a bit of reinforcements with Helm and Gorst. That is definitely someone we should think about shooting. Good, he hasn't gotten a lot of his missile resistance yet. Now, when it comes down to shooting, we want to make sure we focus fire on him, because we don't want him to get loads of regen. It'd also be interesting to see if these guys here are using Invocation of Nehek to heal their damaged units, but they actually can't heal, because they started this damaged. But yeah, we don't want to be using our Quarrelers to be shooting at fucking zombies. It's such a waste. He didn't say if he did that in the email or not, or whether or not he controlled large armies. I have no idea. But I don't imagine that he just didn't shoot at the first army, although I will shoot at Crypt Horrors. Because yeah, he said he ran out of ammunition. That's to be expected if you just threw all your ammo at zombies. You're going to trade poorly there. So just be patient as they're coming in. What's it called? The rune that we want to use, I think, the most is Rune of Wrath and Ruin. Don't try to shoot at these guys here because they're too small. Let's get you to go in there. How's our spell resistance? Okay, so he hasn't got the upgrade yet for spell resistance for the entire army through the Runesmith. Okay, now what we'll try and do is actually get this guy surrounded, so that it's actually just really difficult for him to... Actually, I will shoot at that. Get away. Okay, hang on. That's actually a dangerous unit. We should get rid of that. There's a Vargulf there. That needs to go. But yeah, that's exactly what I expected their flying units to do. And this is why we need to be somewhat spread out, but also not too spread out. Alright, in order to preserve ammunition, best we use an actual damage dealing spell as opposed to a buff. Like, buffs are alright, but I do think we get a lot more out of damage dealing there. Okay, now we need to be shooting at this one here. Try to shoot it as quickly as possible so that it doesn't get a good chance to regenerate. So yeah, he's right. The leadership is not amazing. Yeah, look at that. They get terror routed. But that's okay. They'll rally even if they're close to enemy forces here. Alright, now, next target should be... Let's see here. Those Crypt Horrors. And where possible, just getting in a little bit of a charge bonus on them. It's not going to make a huge difference when your charge bonus is like 18, but it's better than nothing. Because we really need to suck up as much efficiency as we possibly can here. Keep focusing on trying to kill that Necroarch motherfucker. Okay, you need to... Yeah, stop shooting, that's good. Don't shoot at this guy here. It'd be a waste of ammo because he's constantly moving around. I don't think they... Actually, I didn't check, but I don't think they've got a lot of Winston magic. This one's back to fighting again. Alright, when Helmengorst gets in about here, that's when we start shooting at him. Not right now, even though he's within range of some of our guys, just because we want to make sure that we're efficient with our ammunition. And this one here, that's also... Actually, you know what? I don't think we'll shoot at that one. Because it's not really a threat. I'll think about it. We'll see how we go. Really important that we keep doing this. We don't want to overcast it because we don't want the cooldown to be too high. Right, there we go. That's what we want. This way, it's going to be reasonably accurate, but we don't want him getting too close either, because if he gets into melee with us, he will Mortis Engine us. But Helmengorst is a wizard, and they don't really realize that that's sort of the way to use him. Yeah, this is why I didn't want to shoot at him in long range. See how he's kind of trying to dodge our stuff a bit? So there's not much time to brace, but I don't expect this charge here to be too devastating. It did a bit. No, keep focusing on Helmengorst. We cannot let him do that. Get into melee with us. That's going to be really bad. You got to keep shooting at him. I know there's a Terrorgeist over here, but Helmengorst is more dangerous. Okay, Helmengorst is down. You're next. Actually, just stop for a second. Stop. Just wait for it to land. That way we don't shoot at a erratic moving target. That way it's relatively stationary. We're not really taking that much damage from it straight away. And that way we preserve our ammunition by not missing. Okay, let's get one of these down. Just give ourselves a bit of a buff. Will mean fewer Rune of Wrath and Ruins, but we've got a lot of guys in melee there. On a kind of wide front. Alright, another Terrorgeist on the way. Alright, this one managed to get 18 kills. That it did not do its worth, although we probably got a little bit of friendly fire there. There's no point even trying to get it out of their way. They're too fast. It's good to keep some of our guys in reserves as well. That way they maintain their fatigue. Although I could charge them in here and kind of flank them a little bit. Okay, let's get this guy around over here. Alright, we can shoot at this one straight away because it's not landing at us just yet. Should be fairly accurate. And then stop. We don't want to be shooting at it while it's landing, because that's when they're going to dodge it. Okay. Then resume shooting again. I think that was about as efficient as we could have hoped for with this one. Okay, this guy's starting to take a bit of damage. Okay, we get this back again. Put it down over here. Alright, another Terrorgeist incoming. Alright, start shooting. So yeah, we're already down to half ammunition. There's still quite a lot of... Actually, lower than half ammo. Still quite a lot of monsters to come in, but this should be the last Terrorgeist at least. Okay, just stop. Didn't mean that one. Yep, okay, resume firing again.
We will have vengeance for the ancestors, for the carrier's anchor.
Okay, get around over here and flank them. Thing is, as they're bringing in more troops this way, they'll also flank our flanking units. It's usually why I don't bother doing this kind of stuff. Okay, we are pretty damn low in ammo. I'm glad they didn't target our Grudge Settler unit, because the anti-infantry could come in handy, I guess. No, that's the main commander. We killed Helmengorst, so they should still be suffering a leadership penalty. Yeah, they are. If we could kill this guy, that would be good. It looks like he's been getting a lot of regen, but I think they've been using their magic to do that. Yeah, because he doesn't have the hunger. I don't think that they were targeting the Vargulf. I think they were hitting the skeletons there, because the shots were going all over the place. Okay, good, another one down, and there's nothing we need to shoot at right now. Another thing to keep in mind is that by preserving some ammunition, and see, our bounce power is not in our favour, at least almost all of their units have come onto the battlefield now. Get in there. This guy doesn't need to use the heal potion just yet. I think it's a higher priority to get rid of the Vargeist than it is the Crypt Horrors, but they'll... Oh, we absolutely need to get rid of the Mortis Engines. Okay, forget about the Crypt Horrors because we're low on ammo. This is... Oh. If those Mortis Engines get over here, we are fucked. If we don't have enough ammo. Okay, get rid of these ones here first because they're going to disrupt our Quarrelers. Whereas these guys here aren't going to get through our guys so easily. I need to make sure leadership over here holds. Okay, that's gone. Yep, good. Don't waste any additional ammo on it if we don't have to. Okay, just have these two here shoot at the... Yeah, just a little bit, just where we're really low on ammo. Okay. The black coach, I'm not going to worry about too much, although, no, it's going to try to disrupt us over here. They're trying to get around us. Need to close the gap here. Oh, this is exactly what he was saying. Like, they come in with these units and then start routing our troops. I need to get rid of... Yeah, get rid of the damn Mortis Engine. Once that gets over here, where it's going to be a big trouble, move back a little bit.
That'll do.
Luckily, they're really vulnerable to getting shot.
It's a reckoning.
And we've still got a little bit of ammo left. I could really use the army losses right now. Okay, one Mortis Engine down. Let's get the next one. Got some guys that are essentially melee infantry now. Move back. Hopefully that rallies. Only killed that other lord there. Because, yeah, it does not take a Mortis Engine very long to dish out a lot of damage. God, the terror routed that one. That's probably going to leave the battlefield too. Man, I'm running on fumes in terms of ammo. Oh, good, he came back. Get rid of that Mortis Engine. It's going to rack up damage really bloody quickly. We don't want to send units over there if it can be avoided. Not yet, not yet. Come on, shoot the damn Mortis Engine. Oh, right, we've got some of our reinforcements. Forgot about them. Not that they're going to do anything, but it's a slight increase of bounce power. Don't send these guys in here until the Mortis Engine... Okay, the Mortis Engine's gone. We can go back in. Okay, the last little bit of our ammo should be used on the Crypt Horrors here, I think. Good, keep him in line just a little bit longer. And there we go, there's the army losses. Might as well use the potion of healing now. I probably should use it a little bit earlier. But that would overheal him anyway. So I usually wait until they're about half health before I use it, but he didn't get to that point. Yeah, I can see why he had trouble with that battle. That was actually really close. Like, our army's not terribly damaged, but the fact that we used up all of our ammunition, that was the scary bit. Because I made sure not to shoot at any bad targets, or even not to waste shots on moving targets all the time. Sometimes they're moving anyway, and I can't stop them. But for example, when the Terrorgeist was going to land, didn't want to shoot at it. Okay, Helmengorst is wounded. They unfortunately got back a Mortis Engine. But if they attack us again, we get our ammo back, except for the ones that died. Probably would be a good idea to grab some replenishment there. Now, I've been forgetting to do this a fair bit lately, but rate the actual difficulty of the disaster. It's a bit of a weird one to rate, because I think I did exactly what he did. I just did it slightly better. That's all I did. Just did it just a little bit more efficient. Maybe he wasted a few shots on zombies. Maybe he tried to kill the Necrarch Lord with it. And then when the Mortis Engines came in, didn't have enough ammunition to finish them off. I'd say the difficulty of it was probably like a 4 or a 5, because it was a very simple tactic. It just needed to be executed well, as opposed to like 10 out of 10 difficulty battles are ones where I have to do something absolutely crazy in order to even have a chance of winning. And this one, most of you guys would know what corner camping is and how to deal with it. Turn 80, he's got a lot of territory, so he's definitely not a bad player by any means.
Let us begin.
And it looks like with that, you'll be able to... That looks like the remainder of Helmengorst's army. So yeah, you'll be able to finish that off, no problem. This is not a great setup for going up against the vampire accounts, but it is actually a pretty good setup for going up against Nurgle, because they tend to get a lot of heavy infantry, like Chosen. Maybe not so much Poxmakers of Nurgle, but Tamarkan definitely does. That being said, I've never really been that big of a fan of Dwarf Warriors with great weapons, because while they do have armor-piercing damage, I think it is way more important to have more defensive capabilities and then just increase your damage output with this. But then again, there's also weaknesses to that. Too many missile units and not enough melee infantry, you won't be able to hold the line. At least the only units that were able to get into these guys here were the flying troops. Anyway, guys, that's the end of this one. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Hope you learned something. Appreciate you, and we'll see you next time. Later, guys.